Oh,
Good evening, the participants. Hope you had all the sessions are complete, and this is the last session. But very important. Having established a hospital, you will have to market it effectively to make it a profitable one. So, how do we go about building trust in the community? Like, now, these are the contents of my presentation: understanding the needs of the community, studying the competition, building the infrastructure, building the brand, setting up the engagement with the community, and very important last point, the goal. So let us go to understanding the needs of the community to begin conceiving. Even before you think of establishing a hospital, what are the things you need to have in mind? Identify your hospital's catchment area. What is a catchment area? Catchment area is the place from where you get the patients. I mean the in and around localities of your hospital where you have chosen to set up the site, set up the hospital. You have identified the site. So what is the catchment area in and around localities? Say to the range of about up to 10 kilometers of radius you can think of would be your catchment area. Now, determine what the people there need. So usually this is known through a feasibility study. Mr. Venkatanathan was speaking on this market feasibility study, which gives a very detailed inputs on the need of the our need of the area wise people there, and what type of patients you would get. So what are the specialities you need to look at, and then see how these needs match your skills. You are having a you are a gynecologist, your wife is a pediatrician, and so on and so forth. You identify your own skills and your interest and your capabilities of getting in more specialists and establishing bigger and bigger hospital to suit your requirements. Develop your project outline, schedule of services, and from the feasibility study, you will know what is the need of the specialty required in your area. So if you have your in-house specialty, it is fine. If you don't have the in-house facility of such services which is required, you need to outsource them. So accordingly, you need to develop a plan for that and plan your specialties accordingly. Now, having done that, it is important for you to study the competition to make your hospital a more profitable one. What is that you should study in the competitive hospitals is other hospitals in the catchment area offering selected specialties and their strengths and weaknesses, and what are the type of doctors they are engaging, what is the speciality of the staff there, what are the extra facilities they are offering, infrastructure wise, what is their approach, what is their assessment. I mean, how big is the hospital, how far it is from your hospital. So all this, and what are the plus and minus points you have to broadly know. And this can also be known from the market feasibility study. It's a part of it, as Mr. Venkatanathan was telling. So we'll broadly know what you need to make it happen for yourself. And you refine your project plan accordingly to stand out from the competition. That is how you have to make it possible. Now, building the infrastructure, making it patient friendly. How do you make it patient friendly? The moment the patient enters your hospital, he should be comforted. I mean, you have to have some sort of a mechanism to see that the patient is brought in, he is comforted. That is why it is essential for you to build spacious waiting areas, particularly your outpatient department and the emergency casualty. Straight route to the emergency. The moment your emergency van comes, it has to straight land at the entrance of the casualty, or in case of accidents and casualty. And if it is usually it is the OP, I mean your main reception area where he needs to be comforted. Create an ambience when ventilated, as our Shweta was telling, how do we plan the interiors well ventilated with big windows and all, spacious place to sit, have some sort of a comforting water pots there, and some little coffee shops. So these are the basic things which you need to cover, and you will come to know from your in and around hospitals how they are making it happen. What are the amenities they are providing? Managing the patient appointment process. This is again an important chapter, I should say. I will say that it is an important chapter because it is the appointments which doctors usually give to the patients. This is where the patients get impatient. More than the patient, it is the patient's attenders who get impatient. So that has to be managed very, very effectively by keeping up the time of the appointment. Then have some sort of a system to help the patients to do a parking, have a valet parking, etc. That would be ideal. And if you don't have parking, better you have a valet parking people so that they can take the key and park it in a place whichever is convenient for them and bring it back once the patient comes out. Now, going to the branding, selecting the name of the hospital. All this you will need to know even before you are hospital. This is called pre-planning. Okay, before you actually market, you should know. I mean, you would like to have your hospital named properly. Name of the hospital should be catchy, and it should be easier. And you have a logo. I mean, usually it is designed by professional people. Sit across, and I suggest them how it has to be. What is the color scheme, etc. Developing a rapport with the community through camps, newsletters, and social media. You will agree that the social media is very active now. So you have to be active on the social media, like you on the YouTube, whether it is in the YouTube, or you conduct some sort of a, community programs, camps, and so many hospitals have their camps in rural areas. They get their rural patients there, do the basic tests there, and then bring them to the main hospital for whether it is a surgery or any other requirement or inpatient facilities. Now coming to this branding, selecting the right name, logo, and color scheme. So I would say, and it can be your name has to be like, it can be selected. It should be mirror image of the location of the hospital. Say whether it is a Ramanzil hospital or a Vadapalani hospital or your Raja Rajeshwari hospital, like that. Based on the locality, it can be named. Can show what is the specialization of the hospital, or NM Ortho Hospital, you can say. Name of the owner and the specialty can be a combo of that based on the name of the founder. So MVJ Foundation or SRM, this type of names will be there, named after the founder. Needs to be, and it needs to be a simple one and easy to retain in the minds of the patients. It should be catchy. What I mean to say is that. Now, going to this topic of setting up systems for constant engagement with patients, doctors, and community, regular health awareness programs. Now we are into this pandemic. You have to conduct free programs across for the community by conducting these type of programs in any offices, in any halls, and it can be even in bus stands also, where where you have a tie-up with local organizations and you sponsor them, you present yourself, so that way also you can be marketing your hospitals by conducting free awareness programs on nutritional camps, vaccination camps, like that. It has to be conducted so that your name is known in the public and community. So camps, as I already told you, for example, you are running an eye hospital, better you have an equipped van, so you can go with your team to those rural areas for the benefit of the rural areas and do some sort of a free service there. All those camps have to be done on a free basis. So then only, and for any advanced stage operations, you can bring them to the main parent hospital. Now, corporate tie-ups. Corporates can be anything, whether it is an office, a government office, a private office, or a software company, or any sort of thing. You have a tie-up with them. Tie-up in the sense you have an MOU with them to send their employees to your hospital for checkups. You have to conduct some sort of a free healthcare camps in those corporate offices so that you attract them to get into your hospital for the specialties you are running in. You have to promote them. Then you have to give some teleconsultation, telemedicine services also. You should be able to extend. Digital media presence is of utmost importance now, because young generation now goes only through the Google, whether it is YouTube or Twitter. So that is more important. Most of the youngsters would do a secondary research on various social media platforms like the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, available on their fingertips. Although people who are above age of 50 still look for print media, so many people have got the habit of reading the newspapers. You can advertise in them, TVs, and even radio also. You have to advertise on your facilities and name of the hospital, some sort of a doctor's interviews, or you sponsor some health programs on the TV, give the interviews. So this can be done. This is how you have to promote your, send regular WhatsApp in touch, to be in touch with the community. So we have to have this type of marketing department within your hospitals, and it becomes very necessary for any organization to keep a constant check on their digital presence. So be watching, as well as there, you have to have a specialty digital PR. So these are the needs to be constant updates going out from your PR. Now, the most important marketing factor of your hospital, who promotes you by paying you, getting admitted in a hospital for his own treatment. So then how it works out is the patient. So the moment he lands up in the hospital, as I already told you, how he is comforted in a most comfortable seating area, the appointment, the basic investigation, the least waiting time, and getting the reports, consultation, and invasive systems, operations, post-operative treatment, ICU treatment, then into the ward, then finally discharge. All this process, if there is a smooth flow, if the service is with a smile, then he will be the most happy person to promote your hospital by word of mouth. Achieving patient satisfaction needs to be a top priority for HCOs. Patient satisfaction surveys would be useful. Have a program of patient satisfaction surveys. It can be in the OPD, it can be in the inpatient, and the best output, the survey output will be from the discharged patients. Because inpatients, they are worried that if they give frank opinion about the doctors or the nursing staff, his treatment in this present admission may be affected or influenced. So the best feedback will be from the discharged patients. Okay, even NAPH also interviews certain times the patients who are discharged for their inputs. And needless to mention, a satisfied patient shall, to major extent, shall contribute to success of the hospital by word of mouth, I told you. And if at all, during the admission, during the OPD, or during his IP period, so if at all any complaint is there, have a system of the floor managers will be there, supervisors will be there. Have a system of going to the patient, asking for, sir, any problem is there? Today, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better? This type of, either it is a matron or it is a floor manager or a facility manager, if they are continuously in touch with the patient, asking for their comfort, and small requirements by the patient, like the nurse does not come at the moment he calls or gives the bell, or the bed sheet today is not changed, or this grab bar in the bathroom has loosened and it has to get taken. So these are small things which the patient would uh, like to be addressed immediately. So such things should be attended to. Once you get, I mean, and I was talking about the patient satisfaction survey, you have to collect it as a form, and that has to be addressed within 24 hours by the CEO of the company, by the CEO of the hospital, or the managing director of the hospital. You should talk to the patient attendant. Call them here, sir, you had some problem in this. What can I, how can I help for you? If this is the problem, the next moment it has to be corrected if it can be done in a day. Or we have to politely tell him, sir, that can be taken care of. So you don't have to worry. Very sorry for the inconvenience caused. This type of personal, I mean, touch to the patients would definitely will keep the patient permanently to your hospital. He would not even go to any other hospital even after getting his health well. He was recovering and he goes home. And then for next time, anybody, if he has got any problem or any of his relations or family has a trouble, he will straight bring the patient to you, to our hospital only, provide, because it is the staff which has behaved with him nicely. Their their complaints are addressed immediately. These are all small things which count a lot to in this marketing component. And as I told you, even now, even the staff satisfaction is the key to patient satisfaction. So it is responsibility of the management to keep safe, keep the staff safety by small encouragements as nursing staff of the week. So and so, sister, so and so. We have to put a board and appreciate, give a token of, I mean, a bouquet or a small tea party or a small gift in front of, call for a meeting and praise her. That costs nothing for you, but the staff will feel proud. So this type of practices by the management, very important. Taking care of the families of the staff would also of important thing, so that you ensure that the staff remains with you. She will not go away to any other hospital because of some other hospital is paying some few thousand rupees more. There are certain things which the satisfied staff will also look after the patient for his satisfaction. So it is very important. The patient experience at the hospital, getting full satisfaction, it depends on the way the doctors, the nurses, housekeeping, the front desk behaved with them while carrying out their tasks. So to end up, I should say a happy family, happy employee leads to a happy patient. Please ensure this is very important aspect of how to make your hospital very good marketing tool. Patient is the marketing tool of any hospital. His word of mouth is of utmost importance. Thank you everyone. Hope you had a
Thank
very
you.
useful session.